Welcome back to episode 215 of the God and Guns podcast. I'm your host, Troy.
And I'm your other host, Doug.
We use this podcast to talk about God, guns, and the responsible Christian gun owners' interest. On this week's show, we'll be talking about any. I hear something in my ears that's driving me crazy.
I can hear you off. You got your YouTube channel up and running.
Yeah, apparently it's still it's
Mute
not
the volume
muted.
on it.
I'm working on it. I hate when I forget to do that.
I know, I did too.
Gosh, we're so unprofessional.
That's why people like us.
I know. Yeah, we're goofballs. That's why. But what were we saying? Oh, on this show, we'll be talking about it's not about you, or it ain't about you for Kentucky people in Tennessee,
Ain't about you.
Georgia, North Carolina, all us hicks out here. All right, so we want to thank everybody sponsor the Farms Radio Network. We want to thank them for putting our show out there for you guys to download at your leisure, your pleasure. Also,
Crossbreed holsters. If you are carrying a gun in your car, in your purse, or just on your person, you should be carrying a Crossbreed. Check them out, crossbreedholsters.com. Carry the cross.
Carry the cross. Well, as you can see, I'm not in the bunker. I am on the road.
You're in the new bunker.
I have somebody calling me. My father's calling me from upstairs. So hopefully that's not anything important. So
Text me, Dad. Text me.
I'm gonna say can't talk right now. Let's see. I will text my daughter. You go ahead and talk about what you've been doing this week, and I'm gonna take care of this.
All right, we can do that. Let's see on the God Sag. Of course, it's been a couple of weeks now since we record again. We're trying to get together. You're on the road. You're down in. Did you say your location, or is it an undisclosed location?
It's undisclosed at the moment. I'll brief everybody here in a second.
You're down in what is it? Lower Alabama, way lower. So
we in Florida.
Not in Florida.
We in low Florida. All right.
Yeah. So let's see. Sportsman's Daily Devotional. Last week, church on Sunday. This past week, my wife and I were down in Panama City, Florida, where we like to go. And so I took her down for the weekend. And it'll probably be my last trip to Florida before I start duck hunting. So one of our listeners, Brad, made a comment. He goes, I know what you're doing. He said, you're stacking up brownie points for duck season. I was like, you know it, brother. You know it. So anyway, we was down in Florida, wound up had to stay at Tyndall, down at the Air Force Base. So I didn't take a gun again because I know you're not allowed to have them.
You got a friend in there said you could leave your guns with them.
I know. That's your UPS man. Actually.
I know.
And but and I started to hit you up, but I knew you were going down, dealing with family and stuff. I was like, I'll just wait. But I did do something good. So I'm asking the lady at the desk when I check in. I said, so just so to speak, if I did bring a gun, what would I need to do? She said, well, when you come through the gate, you just declare it with the security forces there at the gate, and they will take you over to the armory, and you can check it in at the armory and leave it there while you're on base. And I was like, well, what about when I get ready to leave? Are they open, closed? She said they're open 24/7. There's always somebody there that you can go check your weapon back out when you get ready to go. I was like, well, I may try it. May try it next time.
Do a dry run next time.
Yeah. Well, if I do a dry run and leave something in there, I'm probably going to buy me a High Point or something.
Oh, you went there. Hate mail's raining, baby.
If they let me have that back, then we'll see.
They may not let you have it back for your own safety.
Well,
no, now I'm going to get hate mail.
Well, see, if I took that down there, I wouldn't even have to leave it in the armory because, there's not a law against having hammers on base. I'm kidding, High Point guys. Kidding.
Yeah. We're kidding.
We are.
Sorry.
But yeah, we had a good time. Had family over yesterday for the Labrador weekend. I don't know if you saw it. A bunch of people sent me that all weekend long. they said it was Labrador weekend and not.
Speaking of Labrador,
Speaking of Labrador, somebody just knocked on my back door, and I'm in the recording room, so they're raising canes. Probably my brother-in-law coming up to get something to eat. Anyway,
they're just like raccoons, man. If you feed them, they keep coming around.
I know, right? I've been driving some of the neighbors crazy around where I live at now. I've been blowing duck calls here lately, and I sit here in the evening, practicing. So I know they'll be probably getting tired of hearing that. What else did I do? My son-in-law brought his bow over yesterday, and wanted to get his bow sighted back in, and we got deer season open up Saturday morning for archery, so we'll be out bright and early. But man, I like living out here on the compound, man, because you can stretch one out a long way out here. You can set the target up.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I can't hardly see it at 50 and 60 yards, so I just aim at the black spot. One of the black hole targets. I just kind of aim at the center of that and let her go, hope for the best. And I was shooting pretty good, but I did.
You have to get glasses one of these days.
Well, I got them. I just can't see with them.
That's like me. I got driving shooting glasses. These are for driving and shooting, and then I've got reading glasses because I don't like bifocals when I'm trying to drive or shoot.
That's what I got. I just can't stand. I don't like wearing glasses when I try to shoot, or especially shoot a bow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's something about when I'm drawn back and I'm trying to look through the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
They always seem like they're at an angle, or they're turned. I'm never looking straight into the peep on the string. It just irritates me, and so I just shoot without them. I can see a deer flick his ear at 100 yards, so I can throw a scope up or drop a bow pin on him and pop him, no problem. But we got her sighted in though, so it was a good trip, good time. What you been up to?
Well, down in Florida, Dad had a little episode last week, fell and was in the hospital, and Mom had an episode the weekend before, and so I was going to come down for her, and she kept telling me, no, don't come. But I should have came. And then Dad had his little episode and was in the hospital. So Daphne, my oldest daughter, and I came down, and we've been helping them get hospital and doctor's appointments, food, just taking care of things, helping them clean, helping them do stuff like that. And hopefully get them back both on their feet. So they just got some health issues. You guys can pray for them. We appreciate it. So that's been going on, and just my wife's been sick, and it's just been everything under the sun. The last couple of weeks, I've been wanting to record, and then when I felt like recording, you were bad, and when you felt like recording, I was bad. It's been crazy, but we're here tonight. We're back, so there we go. So yeah, I'm down in Hurricane, Florida.
Yeah, you are.
We had a storm go through here yesterday. What was it? Yesterday and the day before, and it looked like a hurricane here. I mean, the palm trees was laid over, and you couldn't see quarter of a mile, and the wind was howling, blowing all the chairs off the porch from the 10th and 19th floors of this condo. It was a little scary there for a while. Not that I was worried about the storm, but just stuff was flying off and going to hit somebody's car or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was rough. But today was nice and sunny, so that was good. And I have, what have I done? So we went on the God side. I'm just about done with my Utmost for His Highest, the 30-day plan. I started about, 3 months ago. Seems like I keep getting distracted. We went to church at Christ Fellowship here in Palm Beach Gardens. That's where my parents go usually down here. And Daphne and I went. They weren't feeling good enough to go. And let's see, what else to do? As far as God's side, I did security at church in Glasgow on Wednesday night. So, and had guys covering for me back there. this last Sunday. They stepped up and are taking care of things till I'm able to get back up there. On the gun side, just daily carry. I just brought 3 pistols with me. I got my usual Glock 19 on my hip. I got a Glock 26 in my pocket, and I've got this little pistol here that I brought with me. So
You got a crossbreed holster for that?
no, I keep asking them.
What do you got on the end of that? Is that a barking spider? What is it?
That's a barking spider right there,
Oh,
facing.
yeah.
That's the taking a DNA sample in right there. That will put a hole in everything. Seats, leather. I got my EOTech on there. Forward assist. And that's a Hardened Arms upper 10.5-inch barrel. And got some.
Those Hardened Arms are nice uppers, aren't they?
I like them. Yeah, I got some Troy flip-ups, backup sights on it. The EOTech. And 40-round mag, pull mag in it. Got a mag pull. Pistol grip. Battery storage in there, and they got the blade back here on the back side. So it's a nice little package. You can wield with one hand if you had to. And I've got what is this thing? Streamlight TLR3 or whatever here on the side. Just hit that and blind everybody in the country. I gotta be careful because I got a helicopter and police helicopter flying around the condo out here. He sees me brandishing a rifle. I might get taken out right here in the middle of the show. They're doing some kind of I think they're doing a search and rescue because they've been running a grid with a helicopter out there over the ocean, and there's a bunch of police boats out there. It looks like a dive crew. So I think the riptides here have been crazy for the last week. All these storms going through. So I'm thinking they have found somebody out there. Hopefully they're still alive, but I don't know. So I just showed my EDC. So what you got?
I got the old faithful, just like you.
Mm-hmm.
Glock 19.
Yours is newer.
It is a little bit newer. This is a
Mine's had some upgrades.
Mine's a Gen 4. Yours has had upgrades. Mine's just a plain Jane. I don't know if you can see it or not, man. You know, I can tell that I am carrying a lot more, but I don't know if you can see that or not. Can you see the slide wear on it?
Mm-hmm.
It's getting quite a bit on it here recently. So
all my Glocks look like that after about 6 months to a year. Carrying them.
That's a good thing, though. I guess it just shows
it's a tool, man. It ain't no beauty queen. It's an ugly tool. It's like a Craftsman wrench, man. You don't worry about putting scratches on it. You just use it.
Yeah, that's like my hammer out there. It's got some ding marks on it where I hit nails with it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean this one here, it's got some slide wear on it. You can see a little bit there on the edge. A little bit here on this edge, you see it right there, and it's got a real deep coat on it. But you can see it up here on the edge of the rail too. There's some. You may not be able to see it. This light, it's not very bright, but it's got some edge wear where it slides in and out of the holster.
Mm-hmm.
But that slide's a lot newer than that gun. That's
is that a Gen 3?
No, this is a Suarez slide.
No, I mean your lower.
Oh, it's a Gen 3. Yeah, the lower Gen 3. You got the finger grooves on it. And then you got the Surefire XC1 light. It puts out pretty good lumens. It's pretty bright for a little.
It is bright.
Little light. It's it'll blind you in a room, And then of course you got the red dot Trijicon RMR on it. I really like that. I like that setup. It needs to be cleaned. I see some dust in there, but that dude is hot and ready to rock.
That is a tall post on the front of that thing.
Yeah, it's a suppressor height sight so that you can co-witness with the back sight through the sight. So this rear sight and front sight line up with the red dot. So if your red dot goes dead, you're still lined up. So you're good to go.
Gotcha.
All right, so we done the EDC. You said we got some feedback?
We did get some feedback. We got a iTunes review. It's been a while since we had one.
Not from Canada, right?
No. Well, they didn't mention anything about a tractor or bucket.
Was it a 5-star?
So It's a 5-star.
Oh, okay, they're not from Canada.
They're not from Canada. So this is a 5-star iTunes rating. It says, love the show, and it's by Amber and Family. It says, great podcast, fellas. I always look forward to your new shows being released. Thank you for all you do to create such a great podcast. Well, thank you, Amber and Family. We appreciate that.
Yeah, and we give God the glory because it ain't nothing we're doing.
It ain't us.
we can mess up everything. Well, maybe not Doug. I can mess up everything.
No, Doug can too. We've already proved that several times, I think.
Comedy Corner, you got some jokes or something?
I got a joke in here. All right, Chuck, here we go. I hope you're watching tonight. So
Chuck Norris?
What it is Chuck Norris sent me this one. No, our buddy Chuck Shettle sent this to me the other day. He said, I know how hard it is trying to find good, clean jokes. I heard this one on the radio, thought you might like it. I was like, okay, so here we go. So I just put his whole little comment in there. It says, why did the Scarecrow receive an award?
I don't know. Why?
Because he was outstanding in his field.
Ba-dum-bum-bum.
Chuck said, enjoy the chuckle, and as always, God bless.
Thank you, Chuck. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
We need some good, clean jokes that we haven't told 3 or 4 times.
I know.
We're going to have to.
Excuse me. They're hard to find. I'm not going to lie to you.
I know. Over the years, man, one time there we were doing like 3 or 4 a night. We used up all the good ones too fast.
Yeah, we did. We're going to have to go back to Chuck Norris jokes for a little while.
If you can find some. We were talking the other night, and I said something. Daphne says, you need to use that on the show. I'm like, I'll forget it before we get there, and I'm trying to remember what it was.
I usually remember jokes pretty good, but I just haven't heard any. Sometimes I take other ones, and make sure they're edited for podcast, radio, TV, whatever. Well, I can't say TV because they'll say anything on TV, but try to keep them clean.
Yeah. Okay. So the earlier just thing was that they were calling us to see if we saw the police out there on the beach.
Is that what it was?
In the ocean. They were wanting to know if we knew what was going on or something. So I just got information about that. So that was what the disturbance was. Where are we at? I've got these little bitty notes. I need a pair of binoculars so I can see them. I put on my reading glasses. That's why it's glaring and everybody sees the screen. So Comedy Corner is done. Well, I'm trying to remember what that joke was. It'll come to me later, maybe. Bible verse this week's coming from John 1:12-13. I'm going to read from the ESV version. That's the English Standard Version. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor the will of man, but of God. John 1:12-13. So we're going to break this down. Verse 12 here. So it's talking about as many as received Jesus, he gave them power to become the sons of God. So when you're a believer who has accepted and Jesus is your Lord and Savior, Lord, who lords over your life, who you defer your will to be your Lord, you are then grafted. There's other verses that talk about being grafted into the family of God. It says, even to them that believe on his name. So if you believe in the name of Jesus as your salvation, as he is the Son of God and the only acceptable sacrifice to be able to pay for your sin, then you will now be born, being now grafted in the family of God. It says here in verse 13, which were born not of blood. So you weren't in the lineage of David. So you're not in the lineage of Abraham, right? Abraham's lineage, or the chosen of God, right? And so salvation was to his lineage. Well, we weren't born in the blood of of Abraham through Jesus. But once we accepted Jesus by faith, we are then grafted into the family of God. So we're now in the family of God, nor of the will of man. So what is that saying? Well, because you want to be saved, you don't get saved. Because you work to be saved, I'm getting more text. Sorry. Because you want to be saved doesn't get you saved. Because you work hard to be rewarded does not get you saved. Your works are worthless. They're a waste of time. They're a waste of effort. Your works come after your salvation. Your works are a product of your appreciation for what God has done in your life, right? They show that you have a changed heart because you now desire to do good things and not bad, that you desire to be more like God in giving and in sacrificing of your time, your resources, and your talents and abilities. So works come after salvation, and they're not necessary for salvation, but they are a fruit of salvation. When you see someone who is working in the church, they are either one of two things. They're working hard trying to get saved and hoping they're appeasing God, and you can burn yourself out and drop out of the church. You see people do that. They come to the church and they get saved, or they say they make a proclamation they got saved, they get baptized, or whatever process it is in your church, and they go jump in hog wild, right? And they're working hard, volunteering for everything. And then within 2 years, they're burning out. They're not even in the church anymore. Why is it? Because they're trying to earn their salvation. So tonight's show it's not about you. Salvation is not about how good you are, right? Salvation is not about the good deeds you do. It's not about how big a checks you write and put in the offering plate. It doesn't have anything to do with you. It has to do with the holiness of God and the goodness and the love of Jesus for us, that he came and he became that sacrifice, being obedient to his Father's will, that he would come and be that living example for us, proclaim what the gospel is, the good news, and then become that lamb, the only lamb acceptable to God to cover our sins. And so we have to remember, and even as an old Christian like me and Doug, it's easy to get caught up in that works thing, right? It's easy to get caught up in, I need to be doing more with the church. I need to be doing this. I need to be doing that. And I may even say that a lot here on the show to get plugged in. But the reason I want you to get plugged in is not to work. The reason I want you to get plugged in is so that you have a group of believers, a family of believers who can invest in you. You can invest in them, and you guys can share life together and grow deeper with Christ, grow deeper with God, grow deeper with the Word, and as we're told to do by the Scriptures. Do not forsake the assembling together of yourselves, because when you get singled out, guys, the devil can work on you. And when you get depressed and you got no one to talk to and you're not praying like you should be and giving everything to God, it's easy to get led off into the wilderness, right? It's easy to get taken out and get depressed and get downtrodden. Don't do that. Worship with other believers. I know in the times when there's several Sundays I can't get out of the security team, I will have just a desire to praise God. I want to go to a praise portion of the service because I need to let God hear my praise. I want to praise God in concert, in unison with other believers, praising God as we will be doing in heaven. I want to do that here on earth, right? I want to do that in front of, I want my children to see me praising God and giving him the honor and the glory for everything that we have and everything that we will ever have. And for whatever we get, for whatever hardships we have, we're still going to turn and praise God. So it's not about us. And so why did I bring this up? I had another friend say, man, I want to get back in church, but I got to get some things right. Dude, it's not about you. And I've said this before, but there's a lot of people out there that keep telling me, I want to get back into church, but, I just got all these things. And I'm like, dude, we've all got these things. We all are dealing with sin regularly. I mean, we're not trying to get into sin. Sometimes we just keep on falling back into the same traps. I have that issue as well as a lot of people, that you keep getting caught in the same traps of the devil, and you feel like an idiot because you keep going back and doing the same thing as Solomon says a dog returns to its own vomit, just a disgusting thing. But you keep going back to that old, wicked, nasty sin over and over. God will forgive you each and every time, right? And the devil wants to tell you he can't forgive you anymore. It's not about you. It's not about you. It's about Jesus. Jesus is so good and loves you so much, and the Father wants a relationship with you so much that his sacrifice covers all your sin. Don't let the devil accuse you. If you're a believer, you're forgiven. You're redeemed. You're no longer under the penalty of sin and penalty of death, right? You're now a new person. And as what it says here in verse 12, we became the sons of God. If you're a son of God, you don't have to take no word. You don't have to listen to nothing the devil's saying or anybody else is trying to make you feel bad. And I tell you, the gossip mill at the churches can be just as wicked as the devil, and trying to put you down, trying to make you feel bad or make you, and you might be looking at people thinking, well, they're thinking this about me, they're thinking that about me. 99% of the people in the church don't think about nothing but themselves. Truth. They ain't looking at you thinking nothing. Right, Doug?
Nope, you're right.
Most people don't think about you. They think about themselves just like you do. You think about yourself most of the time, or your family, close connections. They ain't thinking about you. If they think about you, then they got problems that the God needs to work with them. That's not your problem. That's their problem, right? So that's the verses tonight here. Again, John 1, 12 through 13. If you're a son of God, act like a son of God. Be holy, because we're called to be holy, just like Jesus said, called to be holy. Be holy. How you be holy? You confess sin as soon as you encounter it. You read the scriptures, know the scriptures. You grow deeper with God. You pray regularly. You invest in your children, whoever you are near, and share the gospel with them, share scripture with them, and invest in them. Point others to Jesus when they come to you. Stay holy. Holy, you hate sin. What does holy mean? You hate sin. You hate the sin that you do. You don't like, I'm just going to hold on to this little sin and put it in my pocket. We'll see it. I'll pull it out and play with that little sin whenever I want to. Nah, you throw that sin away. You hate that sin. Yeah, running off of vampires. Get away, get away. Hate sin. That's how you be holy. I'm not there yet. Doug may not be there yet. We're trying to get there. But through Jesus' work in us on a daily basis is how we grow deeper, how we get rid of those bad habits and confess that sin out. When you remember something in your past that was a sinful thing, confess it. When something comes to mind, I used to do that. Oh gosh, wow. What was I thinking? Confess it. Get it out. Because if you don't confess your sin, the devil will say, you remember when you used to do that? You remember you used to do that? And you'll sit there and feel bad about it. No, I'm so stupid. Oh, I didn't do that. Everybody has their own sin that they keep doing. And, you just got to learn, don't let it have dominion over you. Mm-hmm. Rebuke the devil when he starts accusing you of it. Confess it. He has no tools against you, right? You don't want the devil to have any tools on you. And I'm just praying for these people out here. They're all leaving. So I guess they found, it looks like it was a recovery. Yep. It doesn't look good out there. So they're all pulling out, leaving. But again, tonight, John 1, 12 through 13. And guys, I'm on a little laptop, so I can't see the other screen. So if you are making comments over there or questions, Doug's going to have to make me aware of it because I don't know what's happening over on the comments.
Steve Stone said, true that, Troy.
Okay, good deal. Glad you're on here, Steve. I know you got to go to bed early, so we try not to keep you up all night.
He commented a while ago. He said, y'all coming in early tonight.
All right. I got a little bitty screen and I got like 3 windows I'm trying to work at the same time. So I'll let you take care of the comments because I can't. It takes me like 16 clicks to get there.
No problem. I'm used to working on a laptop.
Good deal. Yeah, at home I've got this 28-inch monitor over here to the side that's got all the text and all the articles and stuff that I'm looking at, and then I've got my Mac. Where is here? MacBook Pro. I got that over here with just the camera stuff that work. It works out pretty good, but I'm just running with one computer tonight. It's a little bit arcane for me. All right, main topic. It's not about you, and this goes along with that. We've got a lot of things going on in our world right now that believers are going to have to start stepping up and calling out sin and calling out corruption. We have to be a light in the darkness. This is a dark world. It's getting darker by the day. And so a lot of people that I know, a lot of Christians I know, a lot of people who will say lots of nice things in church or say lots of nice things in talking to other Christians will not say a word publicly about certain policies of the government, certain acts that are going on. Guys, we're called to call out corruption. We're called to speak against abortion. We're called to speak against corrupt government officials. I'm not talking about politics, whether they're Democrat, Republican, whoever they are. If they're not following the Constitution, if they're doing unholy things, ungodly things, if they're doing that stuff, you need to call that out amongst your friends, amongst your family. And right now, people getting censored left and right. The left is banning Facebook pages, banning YouTube, banning all these different social media platforms. And me and Doug may be gone here one of these days, but
I stay in Facebook jail.
Yeah. So, but you've got to do it with the right spirit, right? You got to do it in love. You don't want to do it with a hateful heart. You want to pray for those people. And I did see a comment someone today. That was what she was talking about. We got the feedback from the other guy talking about he likes the prayer, and we need to keep doing the prayer. And I'm debating doing like a morning prayer and devotional. Just everything gets settled down. So I'm thinking about doing something like that, a prayer and devotional in the mornings, just a short 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, something like that, as a segment, because I don't feel good messing with the thing that's been working for the last 5.5 years, because I know how to do this. And if I start mixing prayer into it, I don't know that I can work my way through stuff, because the prayer to me, what the heck? Oh, Daphne sent she keeps texting me. I'm like, what did she text me? She's texting me what we were talking about. Apparently she's watching in the other room.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Hey, so, Daphne.
Daphne is watching, I guess, on her computer. So thank you, Daphne. I'll say. So what we were, I'll do this at the end of. I'll do this joke thing at the end when we get down to this. But guys, you gotta be plugged in. You gotta be involved. You gotta go vote. I know people say, "Oh, my vote don't count." It don't count if you don't show up. It counts for somebody else, that is voting. So this next election, and the reason this election is important, I know a lot of people hate Trump, Christians, and I understand that. And I don't think he's I don't think he's in any way a Christian role model, right? But he's opposed to what we would have had. He's appointing the Supreme Court justice, and if we can't get that dude appointed before the midterm elections here in a couple months, we're going to end up with some kind of leftist on the bench, and we don't need that, because that's the only thing keeping us from losing what little rights we still have.
I don't know if you saw.
Jump in there.
I don't know if you saw the first day on the news of his confirmation in front of the committee, but oh my goodness, it was a fiasco in there.
Pandemonium.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe they let all the public come in there and just sit down. I know they do reporters and that kind of stuff, but
paid actors, baby, paid actors.
Well, when you see somebody walking in the door with a big poster about how, Trump
Capitol
haters,
Hill police should have kicked them dudes out of there in the first 30 seconds.
Immediately.
They should have said, we're going to hold until we run all these bunch of monkey actors and all this bunch of yelling, screaming, and all that bunch out of here. Because they was just acting like complete idiots.
They were.
They weren't in order. They didn't follow procedures. There's a way to do things, but you don't do it like that. That's what's going to cause a civil war. That kind of stupid is going to cause civil war. That's what I'm saying. People are going to have enough of that pretty soon, and one person is going to kick it off, and then the whole thing's going to blow up, and it's going to be nasty.
Yeah, it was a big news day today. I saw the big post where Nike named Kaepernick as their
spokesman,
their voice and spokesperson.
Yeah.
Which
there goes their stock.
Yeah, I'm like, there you go. That's a way.
They were on the way out anyway.
That's a way to end your business real quick.
Yeah.
Idiots. I don't understand. People are on Facebook now burning their Nike shoes and stuff, which I don't wear Nikes to start with. I don't like them anyway. I like them even less now. And it's going to be just like the stance what Dick's Sporting Goods took. Yeah, and I can't tell you the last time I was in a Dick's Sporting Goods because I protest them. I ain't going in there. They ain't got nothing I want. And but I do have to drive by it every once in a while, and there's like nobody in the parking lots anymore. They'll be shutting down before long, hopefully.
The same guy owns, and he the one that owns Camping World, or is that? No, that's Gander Mountain, isn't it?
Yeah, Gander Mountain.
Yeah, that place is a ghost town every time I go by too.
Well, they didn't close the one down here in Georgia. They shut it down.
Yeah, that
wasn't nothing but a yuppie store anyway.
It was an overpriced store.
Way overpriced.
I walked in there and looked at some guns, and they told me the price. I just started laughing at them. I said, y'all got to be out of your mind. I said, that's like $100 over MSRP. Mm-hmm. You're nuts. Oh, well, whatever. We're not off subject, but so be involved. Go vote. Make sure you're registered to vote. And I'm not saying that because I don't trust the political system. I trust God. Okay, let's get that straight.
Right.
But you need to do all things you can do. You need to be a light in a dark world. You need to be loving in the way you present it. You don't want hate speech. You don't want to come across as a hateful person. If you feel that way, you need to have God, work on your heart and get that stuff out of you. But I'm fighting for my grandchildren, my children, my grandchildren, man. They got to deal with this bunch of idiots that's coming up. And it's going to take all of us to try to save America from becoming a communist state like all the rest of the failed communist socialist states. They have a design. They've been working on this for 60, 70 years to try to turn us into a communist country. And we've got a bunch of kids that don't know anything. They're easily manipulated socially. I mean, they're just mentally messed up. They stay up too much on their phones. If you guys got kids with phones, turn them things off at 10 o'clock at night. Take them away from them. Make sure they go to bed, go sleep. If you want to have kids that aren't suicidal and aren't depressed and aren't sleepy and tired, or having guys looking at your daughter's pictures in her bedroom, take them things away from them kids. That's what we do. We get rid of them. We turn everything off. The kids go to bed. If you leave them stay up all night, they're going to get depressed because they're going to be sleep deprived. They're going to start getting panic attacks because they don't get enough sleep. It's scientific.
And they'll stay up all night.
If you let them stay up late like that, they don't get enough REM sleep. They need to be in bed by 10 o'clock because your best sleep is between 10 and like midnight or 1 o'clock. That gets you that REM sleep you need in order that you keep sane. If you don't, then you start having panic attacks and all kinds of weird stuff. I know from personal experience. So that's just another subject. But that's a freebie right there. We don't charge you nothing for that one.
Adam's on the house.
What's that? That's a gem right there. All right. Nugget. That's a nugget for you right there. Nugget. That's a what's the one the Southern saying? That's what Professor Paul's always saying. Lanyap or something. Like. We're getting off the deep end. All right, so we got 8 viewers over. Any more comments lately?
Yes. Bill Donovan said, "Go." We was talking about Dick's while ago and Dick's Sporting Goods and Gander Mountain. Bill said, "Go to Bud's or Kentucky Gun Company." I'm like, always.
Yeah, everybody over at Kentucky, Nathan over at Kentucky Gun Company.
Yep. Hey, I tell you what, man. You guys used to hear me talking all the time. Anytime I do gun deals, I used to go out to a site called slickguns.com. I punch in and it'll show you anybody that's got a particular gun on sale at any particular time, and they show you how much you can get it for, and the prices are just good. So they start out good. So I don't know if anybody's noticed, anybody that uses that site, slickgun.com, is not there anymore. So it has actually changed to gun.deals. No .com or that stuff. Just type in gun.deals, and that's the old slickguns.com site, and you can go in there, and that's what I do most of the time, man. I go out there, if I'm looking for a particular gun I want to get a price on, or somebody's wanting to sell me something, I go look, see what I can get it for brand new. You know, if I was trying to buy one the other day. A guy had what did he have? A Remington 700
BDL.
BDL? Well, it was a BDL, but it was a particular model, had a fluted barrel on it. It was nice gun, and he was asking $1,300. I was like, "Is it brand new in the box?" He's like, "No, I've used it a little bit." I was like, "And you're asking $1,300 for it?" He's like, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, they're about $1,800." I went out on Slick Guns, found the exact gun he was selling for $1,052, free shipping and no tax to your FFL. Yep. I sent that back to him. I like, "Nah, I can't do that, buddy." He's like, "Okay, thanks."
He's trolling for a sucker.
Yeah, that's exactly.
A sucker fish. What he's doing. Yeah, sucker bait out there.
You know, a lot of them guys on them sites get all they get all ticked off if you call them out. But I don't care. You know, people are on there, they're looking at guns and stuff, and guys asking $900 for a $300 gun.
I see a Kel-Tec Sub 2000 back there.
Yes, you do. Yes, indeedy. My baby, my truck gun. There she is.
Now, is that the 19 or the 17 version?
That's the 19.
So use your pistol mags in.
Yep, it takes all Glock mags. So
yep,
that's what I like.
It won't take the 26 mag.
No, it won't. Almost all Glock mags.
But all my mags, other than the ones that I carry and the ones that came with the pistol, are Glock 17 mags. Or Glock 33, 33 rounders. I got a bunch of those.
It just folds up. Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
I got a bunch laying up there. And I did pick up something the other day. You was talking about it a while ago. 40 round AR mags.
Ooh.
I got a deal on a couple, and I went ahead and picked them up. So I was like, heck yeah. Hey, speaking of mags, I got a deal for somebody tonight. So we got quite a few people listening on the show right now, live.
Yep.
So everybody get your typing fingers ready. I am going to give away. We had one person that we gave a mag away to the other day that has not contacted me back. Won't message me, won't email me. I've private messaged him. And
does he live in a slave state?
No, he lives in Alabama, believe it or not. So he should be all over it. But he lost out on his chance to win this bona fide, genuine God and Guns podcast AR-15 mag. So Troy and I are not going to sign it. It's brand new in the box. We can later if you want us to, though. So let's see, what do you think we should ask him, Troy? What should be I'm going to give one away to somebody that's watching live right now. the first person that types into the window and comments and tells me where my wife and I just went on vacation to wins. So I'm watching.
My mom's calling me out while we were here, sitting here on the show.
Your mom's calling you out?
She's up there watching.
Is she?
She's down here heckling. She said, you got mad when I called the police to remind you to come home and go to bed.
There we go. We got a winner.
So my mother, I was 21 years old working at UPS in Louisville. I come home on the weekends and I will go see my friends on the square, go hang out on the square, see old friends. I go down. She'd call the police department and have Steve Johnson come over and say, Troy, your mama said, come on home. You talking about ruining your street cred right there. Said, you need to come home and go to bed. I used to go to work from 1 o'clock until about 6 o'clock every morning. I'm used to being up these hours. I sleep in the daytime. My mama's calling me out on the show.
That's just wrong.
I'm gonna have to block her. All right.
Hey, who is on our screen name? I should know this, but I don't. Dimodae.
That's Tim.
Is that Tim?
Yeah.
Okay, Tim. Congratulations.
Tim Kim, baby.
You were the first one to jump in.
He's in Chicago. Can you all have 20 round, 30 round?
Is he in Chicago?
He's in Chicago, man.
Tim, can you win?
Can you have high capacity magazines?
He hadn't answered back yet. We'll see what he says.
She's still heckling me. She said, I told you bad stuff happens after midnight. Yeah, I went to work for 5 years. Every night after midnight.
He said, yeah, burbs are good to go.
I'm getting too much fun.
Hey, well, Tim, if you will do me a favor and off the side, if you will email me your address or Facebook me, message me, whatever you want to do, text me, I don't care. He said, got family there who can receive them. Roger. If you will send me the address, P.O. Box, whatever that you would like that shipped to, we will hook you up. Steve, you were so close.
Tim, we're not going to jail for you, buddy. You better be telling us the truth. Or Doug's not going to jail. I ain't got nothing to do with it if anybody's listening.
The return address will be Kentucky, I promise you.
All right. We're having too much fun tonight. I think we're giddy. All right, so
we've been way too long.
Oh, wait. My everybody's texting me. Daddy said, don't forget the joke. Okay, so here's what we were talking about. She was reading this and she says, look at this. They said a whole semi truck of Axe spray exploded, caught fire in Texas. It shows a semi truck. Apparently the tire of the semi truck caught on fire, set the trailer on fire, which exploded all these aerosol cans of Axe spray.
Oh no.
I said, wow, man, that's a real accident right there. That's about as dry as you can get. You didn't even look like you laughed at that one.
I did.
That's a real accident, man. Can you imagine for probably the next 2-3 years when people drive down the road and get right to that spot, they go, oh my gosh. And women will be jumping out looking for a man.
So, somebody got hurt right here, but don't it smell good?
Them stupid commercials. I don't know who believes that stuff. Oh.
Steve said,
I haven't laughed this much as Steve, man. We had an earlier show so you could be up. I know you got to go to bed early, so we'll try to not keep you up too late. But that's pretty much for the main topic. Guys, get involved in local politics because that's very important. Get involved in being vocal in a good way. Don't be hateful, but be vocal. Let them know. Let your Congress people know. Let the president know what you're feeling. Let them know that they are not doing what's right in God's eyes, and they're going to be judged. I mean, it says in the scriptures that the leaders are held accountable for their actions, and if they don't rule in the way they should, that they will be taken out. It says that in the scriptures, and you can see the history of that over and over, especially Israel's history of bad kings being wiped out in bad ways, and the people suffering because of it. So if you don't speak up, it's on you, right? It's not just the leaders. And on the flip side of that, pray for Trump, pray for all these whacked out people that get to know Jesus, right? Pray for their salvation. Pray that God would lay on their heart. Pray that they won't have rest until they start acting right. Pray that the corruption is brought to the day of light, and that they'll be exposed, and that the people will have righteous anger against that kind of behavior and kick them out and not vote them back in. And Lord, and just pray, guys. We have the most powerful Father in the world, in the whole universe. And he says he wants to talk to us. And so talk to him and say what you're concerned about to him, and ask him to have control over this, and make his will known among the nation, and share it. And don't be afraid. One of the shirts we got this, they had at the store, the Christ Fellowship store. It says, "Fear is a lie." God, Jesus, all the way through the Bible says, or all the way through the New Testament, is saying, "Don't be afraid. Fear not. Don't be afraid. Don't worry. I got this." Right? If you have faith in God, you got faith that He can make it work out. You got faith that He's going to make it good. You got faith that He's going to have it be the best thing it can be. So pray and trust Him. And don't worry, and don't have fear, and don't fear man, and don't fear Black Lives Matters, and don't fear ISIS, and don't fear Hillary. Laugh at their evilness. Don't let that have any effect on you. Laugh at the face of this crazies out there, but pray that they will get saved. Pray that their hearts will be changed. Pray that God will be able to do a work in them. And I'm getting off my soapbox. All right, so you want to help out the show? At the request of several people, we asked, people say, "Hey, set up a Patreon account. We'll support you." And I put it off for 2-3 years, and finally, I was all right. We wanted to start a Patreon account, and man, you guys are just awesome. You support us. Tim's a top contributor. John Odlin, Doug Schultz, Steve Stone, Shannon Copeland, and Chuck Sheddles in the top of. Man, you guys just give amazing amount of money. We are really blessed by that. We thank you for that. Patches and stickers. We got patches and stickers. What else? We got join the NRA. Guys, if you haven't renewed your NRA membership, use our link, please. If you use our link, we'll get a little bit of love, and they will get more members before this election. They have more money to spend, letting people know how people vote, how people are leaning. If they're got a D anywhere near their name, they're going to be voting to take away your guns and your First Amendment rights to free speech, and they're going to support the placement of judges. They're going to take away your right to freedom of religion, another First Amendment right. It's imperative that you stand in the gap, that you stand up and you say what is wrong and do it in a loving way, but that you're still making your voice heard. And because they're silencing as many of us as they can. I mean, I know that we're shadow man because I'll post stuff and there ain't like nobody will respond to it. And we usually get, 50, 60 replies or likes or something on most everything. We used to get a lot more than that. They cut it down. Now we're getting hardly anything on stuff. It's obvious that the Christians and conservative voices are being silenced in lead up to this election. So it's important that if you see something that you repost it. We really appreciate that. If you guys repost stuff, it helps us. So make sure that if you're able to repost or share any kind of links, things like that. DeVore. DeVore is a clearinghouse for Optics Planet. They've got great deals over there. I've had to ban myself from going over there actually because I'm saving up for. We had to buy a pool liner and we had to some other things that were expenses we weren't expecting, and so I've had to ban myself from over there. I'm going to have to go back over and get me some shirts because my shirts are like 4 years old now, and the zippers are starting to start wearing out. So I'm going to have to get me some new shirts. Starting to get a little threadbare. Some things like that. But check it out. If you use our link, they'll send us a little bit of love when you purchase something. Laser Activated Shot Reporter. Use the coupon code GANDG. You get 10% off. And you can have that within like 10 minutes of going to their website, checking it out, using our code to get that 10%. And if you don't know what it is, go to lasrapp.com. Hoplite Armor, our buddy Lyman Bishop over there at Hoplite Armor has all kinds of body armor, cool helmets, bulletproof shields with a little window in it you can see. You got a gun port, you can shoot back. That's cool. I want one of those, but man,
I know, right?
It's a little bit more money I got. So, they're cool, Lemon. They're cool stuff. Zija, I take Zija all the time to help with my inflammation issues from weightlifting injuries, football injuries, car wrecks, redneck stuff. So go to guideandguns.myzija.com. You can find out more about it. And then you got the next couple.
All right. The first one is Crossbreed holsters. You've heard us talk about them. Troy and I both carry in a Crossbreed Super Tuck Deluxe, the best holster in the world, the most comfortable holster. Hey, if you don't like the Super Tuck, check them out. They got all kind of stuff: belly bands, bedside backups, drop slides, you name it, they got it. 100% made in America, and they're a Christian company that we back and support. One, for that fact, and two, because they just make the best holsters out there. So go check them out, crossbreedholsters.com. Use our promo code GNG, and they'll give you a discount just for listening to our show and putting the promo code in. So go check our buddies out. Also, Axelson Tactical. Jeff and the folks down there put together an awesome gun. It's a tack driver. Troy and I both have one. I can't tell you, one of the finest guns I've ever shot, and it just they're just awesome. They make pistols, knives. You've heard me talk about their backpack, and I just want to give Jeff a shout out real quick because this was cool. You know, they got that Kaepernick idiot for Nike. You know, we talked about this one, but their little slogan that he says is believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything. And he hadn't sacrificed anything other than he lost his job because he's an idiot and he won't stand up for the American flag, doesn't support the military folks. Hey, you know, Kaepernick, if you want to do something so good and you want to protest and you want to do all that, hey, more power to you. As Paul says, rock on, brother. I'm proud for you. But do something good. Why don't you go up to Chicago where they have 72 gun violent shootings in one weekend and protest up there?
Yeah.
You want to show me something? Show me that, and then I'll believe what you're saying. Right now, I think it's just hype, and you're doing it for the publicity because you don't got a team to play for, and the NFL is losing money. Anyway, I digress.
But you sound a little angry there, Doug.
I am a little angry. It's me off. But
with love, Doug, with love.
I know, with love. I don't know if you guys, you're probably not going to be able to see this. You're not going to be able to. Well,
yeah, I can see it.
There it is. That is Matthew Axelson, Jeff's brother, Navy SEAL, died in Operation Red Wings in 2005. And Jeff posted a picture of his brother, and he put on there, believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything, which he did.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a true hero right there. So, Jeff, I mean, good on you for posting that, and we're thinking about you, brother. I promise you that.
Yeah. Corky and Donna.
Yeah. Yep.
Corky and Donna, great people. They, his parents, they are just salt of the earth.
Yes, they are. Awesome folks. So go check them out, and hey, you can even use a promo code there. God and Guns. Find something you like, buy it, and they will give you a 10% discount on anything when you check out. And real nice folks, outstanding guns. There's
Camo, baby.
There's mine. Mine is Cerakoted. Ooh. Jeff knows me. And I still owe him a pig hunt. And Jeff, if you're watching, you need to come on because they're getting ready to start picking peanuts for long. So
I want to go up there and shoot cougars with him.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's what I want to go do.
That looks fun too. And you got the last one, Troy.
Yeah, Antarius Alliance, our buddies at Antarius Alliance. So Ron Bella, and you guys heard Ron many times. He is one of the founders of Antarius Alliance, along with Casey Betzold and Team Never Quit, Marcus Trail, all those guys. If you want to support veterans, it's a veteran group of manufacturers. They manufacture guns, they manufacture all kinds of cool gun accessories and other things that go with guns and things like that. Go to the Antarius Alliance and just Google that. You'll find it pop up, and there's so many great companies there. If you want to become a member of the Antarius Alliance, there's where you can become an annual member. We are a life member, and our show is one of the ones that promotes Antarius Alliance and their companies every time we get an opportunity. So check them out, Antarius Alliance. All right, and NRA Armed Citizen, Doug, what's up?
NRA Armed Citizen. NRA Armed Citizen here lately they hadn't put nothing good out. So I did a little research and I found another one called, I'm not sure it's actually it was American Rifleman or something. But anyway, it's Armed Citizen. So I want to share this one. This was pretty good. A woman was sitting on her front porch smoking a cigarette around 1 a.m. when two men claiming to be from the DEA rushed her, tried to handcuff her, and held a gun to her head. The woman screamed for her mother, who was asleep upstairs with 3 children. When the mother came downstairs, one of the intruders pointed a gun at her too. When the 2 men tried to drag the younger woman out of the house, her brother, who lives next door, came to the rescue. One of the armed men shot the brother, hitting him in the neck, but the brother returned fire, striking one of the intruders, killing him. The remaining attacker dragged his accomplice to the porch, then left him and ran off from the scene. He is still being sought for multiple charges. The brother was taken to the hospital where he is expected to recover. And that was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, from the Post-Gazette.
Wow.
They can't even sit out on your porch anymore.
But she probably should have been out there after midnight if my mom has anything to say about it.
She might have worked. Oh, yeah. I was going to say she might have worked at UPS and just got off or something.
That's right. She might have been working PPS. Oh, that's crazy.
You got to be careful.
Gotta be careful, especially in smoking cigarettes at night.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to wrap this thing up. You got anything else, Doug?
I think I've ranted enough. I'm probably good.
You get it out of your system. You feel a little better now.
Yeah. Tim, don't forget to message me. Oh, Steve Stone just sent me a picture of a duck.
Yeah, plug the duck hunt.
Thanks, oh yeah. If hey, actually, dude, I've got 2 hunts now from listeners from the God and Gun podcast. So if you're interested in doing some duck hunting in Arkansas, come hunt with me. We'll do you proud, I promise. Check us out at fowl, FOWL, intent.com. Go check us out, or Facebook. What's my Facebook? Fowl Intent Guide Service. So look me up. Hey, even if you can't go hunt, hey, drop me a line.
Cool. All right. So that's going to do it. Any of our listeners got any final questions before we wrap this thing up?
Nope. And Tim, be sure and message me or email me or something with your address so I can shoot that out to you. And congratulations.
If you hadn't moved, I probably have it because I've seen some stuff before.
Have you?
If you moved him, you got to give us the new one. All right. Wrapping it up. Send your feedback to Troy at guidinggunspodcast.com or
Doug at guidinggunspodcast.com.
Please tell your friends about us. Leave us an iTunes review, especially if it's a 5-star. And like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Guiding Guns Podcast. Subscribe and follow us on YouTube. at YouTube, and then about 75 other characters. So just click on the show link notes, and you can find it. Or you can just Google God and Guns Podcast on YouTube. You should not Google. Just go with a search on, you know what to do. Why am I saying? All right, follow us on Twitter, God and Guns Pod. Search for us on Instagram and MeWe. I've been trying to post the shows over on MeWe just to get a presence going over there in case we get yanked. And I've been trying to download all the old. I've got all the old audio files, but I don't necessarily have all the old videos, and it takes a while. So I've been downloading those and archiving those away in case we get banished from life. We'll have it to post elsewhere.
Yeah.
So MeWe website, GodandGunsPodcast.com. It was working the last time I checked. And until next time, Doug, have a blessed week.
And keep your guns close, but keep your Bible closer.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Appreciate you all watching and chiming in with us tonight. It's been fun.
Yep. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you guys later. Adios.